It Stains the Sands Red. What a fantastic title for a horror movie. There's so much mystery and promise with a title like that. I actually saw this movie before release when it was screened at the Glasgow Film Theatre for Fright Fest. My partner at the time had bought them as a treat, and afterwards we got a Q&A with the director Colin Minahan where someone actually asked how they came up with the title. He explained in the script there was a segment where it stated that blood falls on the ground and it stains the sands red, and such a cool line just seemed like an obvious choice. The whole movie involves a woman whose car breaks down in the desert. She's attacked by a zombie, and then the remainder of the runtime is stalked across the dunes by it. We follow their sunburnt journey as she has to come up with various techniques to prevent it from snacking on her. In zombie films, they always come in hordes, gnashing and clawing their way to their victim in order to engulf them within their grasp. Here, that concept is completely flipped. It's just a single zombie chasing down one victim. And they do everything you can to stretch this concept to its maximum potential. Each scenario that you can think of with some problem that could go wrong gets addressed in interesting ways. Sometimes her ideas work, and sometimes they don't. The film comes up with some ingenious ways to hold your attention with such a thin premise, and the results are often blood-soaked with decent practical effects. The tension coming from seeing if she can survive or if the zombie will win. Brittany Allen carries the whole film herself, and she does a good job. Her character starts out so unlikable to me. Imagine if Homer and Ned's Vegas wives were real people. That's what she reminded me of.
Take a look at this.
Oh, precious memory.
Oh, I didn't hear you come in. But as the film progresses, we learn more about her and she slowly wins us over. The zombie she names Smalls has as much character as you can give a walking husk of a human. It's basically a Terminator. It never stops and she can't kill it. It's always on the prowl to chomp into her flesh, and the film's best moments are how she's able to keep this thing at bay. After all, she has to eat, drink and sleep, things the zombie isn't bound by. It's also a funny movie. Some of the funniest moments in the film come from them working off one another. She's alone with this thing for a long time, and most of it is just with it hot on her trail. Naturally, to kill the boredom, she talks to it and flings insults its way. The audience when I saw this film for the first time were the perfect group of people to enjoy it with. The crowd howling with laughter at the jokes and groaning in disgust at the gore. It's a pretty looking film too. There's so many sequences that are framed perfectly. Everything's baked in this orange tint that heightens how hot and dry the desert is. And there's a ton of expansive shots of the gorgeous landscape that allow the colour palette to pop.
You're just like every guy that I've ever met at a bar. Girl says no, guy can't take a fucking hint. You're all fucking gross. You think that suit impresses me? Look like a used car salesman, fucking douchebag.
It is a thin premise though, and it can only stretch so far. The third act is the weakest part of the movie, and minor spoilers, it gets a little stupid with how attached she gets to this thing. The pair end up growing a strange bond over the days wandering the sandy, scorching deserts, and the film smartly gives Smalls enough of a character for audiences to grow attached to him, while keeping his actions firmly believable for a reanimated corpse. But he's still a goddamn zombie, you wouldn't see it as a pal. It's pretty unintentionally funny when it tries to have emotional moments between them.
I'll never let go. I promise.
It Stains the Sands Red is a damn entertaining movie that shakes up the established formula. It strips back the genre to its most basic terms and delivers a funny, unpredictable romp through the desert. If you're a zombie fan, it's a must-see.